Yes, and welcome to Tautoro District, everybody. And as you can see, we have got our mowers strapped onto our tractor right here, our Massey Ferguson. And we're going to go and look to start cutting up some fields, or mowing some fields, I should say, with a view to creating some hay bales. By the way, you may have noticed that we've got an extra level of growth there on our fields, which is great since our last episode. Let's just dart around him. I always think it looks like a Formula 1 car with the mower on the front. So things have been ticking along quite nicely on the farm. We're now in the middle of summer. And at the moment it's a bit of maintenance really until we can get our crops up to harvesting stage. Which is likely to either be game day tomorrow or the game day after Sunday. And if you have a look at the forecast up there in the top right hand corner, that is not looking good whatsoever. So let's hope that the rain does stay away, because you cannot harvest in the rain. Anyway, so I'm going to go and mow all the fields over on this part of the farm, over behind the cow shed and all that sort of stuff. But before I do that, this tractor here, if we pull up the menu, you can see here that we've got 6.5 engine hours, or 3 days until maintenance is required. And this is one part of seasons that you have to follow, and that's that your tractor needs to be maintained from time to time. And I'm going to do it now, just for something a bit different. And also it needs to happen pretty soon anyway, so I might as well do it now, and that way the tractor's going to be all maintained and serviced, ready for harvesting season, or harvesting time. Now from memory, I think my little garage, my little workshop, here it is, over here in the corner of the sawmill. So we'll just rip around here, and I think if we stop here, this is the first time I've done this, so we'll figure out pretty quickly. Oh, I turned on the light, that doesn't work. No, customize. Okay, oh, hold on, it'll probably be in the menu, I would say. Oh, here we go, here it is, here it is, here it is. Maintain, left, alt and R. Boom. $425. Yes, well that didn't break the bank whatsoever. Oh, I thought it would be a bit more than that. But anyway, if we now go into our menu, oh, I went out of it, 30 engine hours. So it's as easy as that, folks. You just go into your workshop and you left alt and R, and it gets maintained, and it's going to be good as gold now for another 30 engine hours, or a certain amount of game days. Is it 7? 6 game days. So that's cool. That will get me through to winter. So in the meantime, guys, what we're going to do is we'll make our way up over here, and I didn't look out for traffic, doesn't matter. Now, one thing I did last episode, you may remember, is I went and sold milk manually out of our dairy farm, and I thought that I was getting quite a good price. I think I was getting something like 21,000 or 22, the best part of $22,000 for 30,000 litres of milk. And so what I wanted to figure out is whether selling it manually is more profitable than selling it automatically at midnight, as the game does. And someone out there may be able to tell me, but from what I gather, it looks like for every 10 cows, you get $4,200 if you sell it automatically. Now I just can't remember whether it's, I know I mow this, do I mow this next one here? I can't remember. I think I do. I'll know if the gate's open. It is. So 4,200, so this is daily, by the way. It produces about 4,200 litres of milk. Not milk, $4,200 per 10 cows, which means I'd get around about $13,000 for my 30 cows. That's the amount that I could expect at the moment per day. And I can't remember whether here, let's just lower this down and let's turn it on. Let's go to the front, let's lower that one down. But I can't remember whether it's been storing up all the milk over the past number of days, and that's why I had so much milk, because I had like 90,000 litres of milk. So I'm just wondering whether I'd been storing it up, and then that's why I had so much milk that I could sell, and why I made so much money, or whether I need to figure out how much milk per day I actually am producing at the moment. If it's about 20,000 litres, then which I think it might be, then I think it looks like selling milk manually is exactly the same price as it selling it automatically at midnight. So anyway, even if it is the same, it's definitely a lot more fun, and gives it an extra thing to do in the game to go and sell it manually. The only thing is it's quite expensive, because obviously you've got to either have a milk tanker trailer, or you've got to either buy one or lease one, and I leased it last time. But given that it didn't sell automatically, I needed to get rid of it somehow, so I did need the milk tanker, I should say. Man, I'll get there eventually. Jeez, I'm having a shocker today. So we'll check that out. I'll do a bit more research. If you know, let me know down in the comments whether selling milk manually is the same as selling it automatically. I'm guessing it's probably going to be the same, but anyway, we'll figure it out. It looks like that when you press skip the night in seasons, that it skips selling milk automatically, or it might just be on this map that there's a script set up to not sell it automatically. I'm thinking that may be the case, although I think I remember early on, I'm not going to bother mowing that big hill there, by the way, it takes too long. I do remember early on that milk was getting sold automatically. Let me just quickly go in here, by the way, into our menu. Oh, there's a great demand for barley at the moment. So if we go into our milk, at the moment we've got 22,000. Now I think that's about a day's worth of milk actually. So if you break that down, so for 30,000 litres I've got about 21,000. So it's about 60, so roughly 66% of the amount of litres is the amount of dollars you get. So 30,000 litres is $22,000. So for 22 litres, it's going to be about 16, 15 seconds. So it could be actually a bit more profitable selling it manually, is probably what I'm trying to say there. Nonetheless, let's stay out of the cab. Oh, hold on. Wood chips. For a brief time, Sawmill's ready to pay considerably higher for wood chips. Well, tough titties. I'm not interested. So yeah, so that's been my milk selling escapades. So since then, what I've been doing is I've been looking after the animals. I managed to put all the hay bales nicely in the shed. When I say nicely, I mean messily. And I have been just keeping the animals' food up to speed, and also keeping their water up, just to make sure that they don't die on me, which would not be optimal whatsoever. Now, from my research, I think that summer is actually the time that cows start breeding, because I've actually bred no new cows in the time that I've been working on Tautoro District for seasons. And so what I understand is that in summer that's when they start breeding. So we will see whether we start, let's have a look now. Oh, I just logged in. So hey, yeah, there we go, 31 cows. So it's finally, after all this time, I've got one extra cow. Anyway guys, what I'm going to do is I'll go and mow these fields, and I will join you back very shortly, where perhaps we'll do some tethering, if that's a word. Tethering, I don't know. But what we want to do is, we've got about 4 or 5 fields here that we're going to mow, and we want to get a ton of hay bales out of the fields for a start. We've actually got a decent supply of hay bales, to be fair, but we'll do a few more. And then whatever is left over, and I think there'll be quite a bit, because these fields actually produce quite a bit of grass. What we'll do with the leftover grass is go and throw it up at the biogas plant and create some silage, which is always really handy to be able to generate just a bit of income. So guys, I'll leave it there just for a second, and I will join you on the other side once I've got all the mowing completed. See you in a minute. Okay, welcome back everybody. And we've gone ahead and leased this tedder. It's about 13 meters wide, so a good sized tedder. Gives us plenty of width to tedder up this grass that we've mowed. And what I've actually done is, let me just lower that down. What I've actually done is I've only gone and mowed 2 fields. I just realised it's just so much grass coming off these fields that it'll be more than enough to make enough hay bales to last the winter for our cows, for power food. So I decided I'll just mow this field that we're in right here, and the field beside it, you can see there just over the fence, that one's been mowed also. And yeah, like I said, that should give us more than enough hay to get us through the winter. So for those that don't know, this tedder, what it does is it actually turns the grass up the other way and allows then the grass to dry out, and then it turns from grass into hay. So it's just basically dry grass, let's be honest, that's all it is. So what you need to do is, obviously I went and mowed it, and now I use the tedder just to turn it up, and as you can see it changes the colour of the grass in Farming Simulator to a light green. There it is right there. And the next thing I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to get a windrower, and the windrower I like to use is, I think it's 14.8 metres. It's a good size one. It means you don't dick around all day trying to get everything done. But I think I'll go and lease that also, because I'll just do these 2 fields with my tedder and then windrow, and then I'll probably lease a baler, even though in the long run I'll definitely need a baler, because we're going to bale up our chaff from our barley and wheat harvest, but to create straw bales. But in the meantime, because I've only got $71,000 in the bank, I'm just going to save a bit of money by leasing it, and I definitely am not going to need to make any more hay bales for quite some time. So no use spending a big ton of money buying all that equipment when I'm only going to use it for a short period of time. Eventually I'll definitely go ahead and buy that equipment, but in the meantime we will just lease it. Anyway, so what I'll do, guys, is off screen I'll go and complete this field, and I'll complete the field next door. And I'll also windrow it, so then you don't need to put up with that. And when I come back, I would have probably leased a baler, unless I change my mind scooting around here doing this. But I'll probably, I'll have a baler, and we'll get some bales done. And we'll be ticking along quite nicely. So I will catch you on the other side very soon. And we have hay, everybody. As suspected, we managed to produce quite a lot of hay, so it was a good decision just to do 2 fields, I would imagine. If we just look back here, let's stop that. You can see we've got, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bales of hay already, and we haven't even done 1 lap of the smaller field. We've still got that entire field over there to do. So yeah, we are going to get a heap of hay, which is going to keep our cows going for quite some time, I would imagine. This tractor's really having to dig in to pull this baler. This is the big Kuhn LS 1290D. It's the one I like using, and you get the big square bales. They're 4,000 litres of hay, so they're a nice amount. Same as the big round bales, just obviously square make them mean they're actually rectangles. Let's be honest, but it makes it a lot easier to stack in your sheds. Those round ones just roll away all over the place. So guys, what I will do is, I think I'll wrap up the episode here, but I'll continue on offline, get all this hay done. I'm actually thinking for my silage that I might actually create the round bales of silage and wrap them, but I'm not too sure. I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do. But I'll go away, get all this hay done, throw it in the shed. We've got a good store of hay then, and then we'll be a step closer to the next stage, which is harvesting. I'm really looking forward to the crops being completed. But anyway, guys, in the meantime, thanks very much for watching. Make sure you smash that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. It costs nothing at all except a little self-respect. And until next spot, and spit it out. I've said it enough times. I should be able to say it without bloody choking over my words, shouldn't I? Anyway, until next time, take it easy.